So the caching happens on 3 levels, right? So basically, it could happen on the disk level, and then the caching happens on the storage array, and the caching happens on the server side. And there are different ways from a caching perspective. So you have read-only cache, you have a write-through cache, and also you have write-back caching. So NetApp's approach from a caching perspective, we started off with a read-only cache on the controller. So we have a Flash cache on the controller side, and on the disk array side, we have a read-only and an overwrite type of a cache, which is a combination of SSD and a SATA. So it actually improves your read efficiency and also your application latency. So you have Flash pool, that's what we call a combination of SATA and SSD. And then on the server side, we have Flash Accel, which is a end-to-end. So we have now end-to-end a server caching portfolio, which covers the storage and also the server side. So it kind of gives a customer, a wide variety of things, what to choose from, and also the Flash Accel, which is a application-centric caching, helps to offload a lot of IOPS from the storage to the server side. There are, as I mentioned before, we do on different levels, but there is just to begin with. So there is a read-only caching. Okay, then there is a write-through caching, and then there is a write-back caching. So in read-only caching, what happens is the data is served right off of the cache for any type of read access. In write-through, what happens is the data is first written onto the back end, and then it actually gets written into the cache. So that's a write-through. So we want to make sure that the data stays consistent first. So we want to safeguard your data, put it on the back end, write it, and then insert it into the cache. So that is write-through. And then the last one is a write-back caching. Now, write-back caching is very tricky to implement because you want to make sure your data is safe in all aspects. So not only in the cache, but also on the back end when you write to it. So the write-back caching is the read and the writes are served from the cache, but the cache buffers those writes and writes it to the data to the data on the back end later on. So those are the 3 levels of caching, and NetApp is right now mainly focusing on the read-only cache on all the 3 tiers. When it comes down to performance or efficiency, the performance is something what you want to do is from a latency perspective, right? So are you trying to reduce your latency by a few milliseconds, or which will help the application to respond much faster, and you keep your end users happy with that latency factor. Now, on the other hand, efficiency. So what does efficiency bring to the table? So if you're trying to offload the number of IOPS from your storage onto the cache, and that's what we call it as efficiency. Now, all of a sudden, your storage is able to do more. The moment you offload the IOPS from the storage to the server cache or to the storage array cache, now you're able to do more. So the disk array utilization goes down, and you drive more IOPS. Now all of a sudden you become a storage hero.